Why did God pick this mountain?
Well, the question might be, why on a mountain after all? It took us a while to get up here in a car. Think about having to walk up this way. And of course, I don't think they were at the very top of the mountain.
Okay.
I think they were down just a bit. I know the Kishon Valley is down there. I know the river would flow full in the spring after the rainy season. This time of year is not going to be full of water. And I think God chose this spot probably because this is easy access to the whole nation of Israel, the northern kingdom, those 10 tribes, from Dan all the way down towards Bethel, which is the southern mark. You have Dan to Bethel is the place of the 2 golden calves. And so I think God chose a place that's perfect for what happened here. You can gather a huge number of people. As you're going to see in a moment, we're going to go over and look down where this contest took place. And you can see you could amass 500,000, you could amass 1 million, you could amass even more people in that location. And then there's the river down below, the Kishon River. And of course we have the Mediterranean right to our west. And Elijah, remember, sent his servant up to the top of the hill to look over. Is there a cloud yet? And so at that point, when he saw that cloud, he knew the rains were coming. He sends a word to King Ahab that you better get home quickly because the rain's about to come. This is at a time when he haven't had any rain for 3 years. I wonder if he doubted. Of course, he had just seen this great miracle, fire from heaven, but you still wonder because faith seems to be something that some people, even despite all the miracles, it just doesn't touch their hearts. So.
So I did read that he had to go check 7 times.
That's right.
So is there a particular reason why it was 7 times?
I don't know. I don't know why. But it says to me that God must have told Elijah, when you have a cloud appearing over the Mediterranean Sea, send word to King Ahab because the rain's about to come. And so he just kept coming. So it was a little lower than the top of this hill, obviously, but let's go look at the area and you'll see that the people really could have all gathered in that large plain. We call this, by the way, the Valley of Jezreel, and it stretches, when we're at Megiddo, you see the Valley of Jezreel, it goes all the way. This is where the people would come from Babylon and Syria and Assyria, all that eastern part of the world, and when they traveled to get to Caesarea, where they would send merchandise and buy merchandise and go off to Rome and go off to Greece, they would come right through a mountain pass through there and then right down below us here. And so it's a very part of the world in the early centuries as well as in the first century and after. This was very connected to the rest of the world, whereas in Judea, it's mountainous and it's much more separated from the world, much more separated. And so that's where you have the Pharisees, and all this commerce does not pass by Jerusalem like it does in this area.